thanks to
So these two actresses right here started working together when they were completely different levels in their career.
And then you pair that with everything that's going on with the cast, like the death of Angus Cloud, and then additionally you have some other controversies, like everything that has gone on with Sydney.
Did the Euphoria Season 3 trailer just confirm the show's absolute collapse? After a 4-year hiatus filled with feuds, delays, and tragedies, HBO finally dropped the footage, and fans are terrified. The aesthetic is there, but the energy? It's hostile. People are calling it the hate watch of the century. Look closely at the eyes. There is zero chemistry. This doesn't look like a cast that missed each other. It looks like a cast forced to fulfill a contract. Viewers immediately spotted that Zendaya and Sydney Sweeney don't share a single frame in the teaser. Is the rumored on-set division finally visible on screen? Then there's Jacob Elordi. The man has made it very clear he thinks he's too good for this show now. In the trailer, Nate Jacobs looks less like a high school villain and more like a 28-year-old actor checking his watch. Remember his Benjamin Button comment? It wasn't a joke. It was a warning. The trailer confirms the 5-year time jump, but was it a creative choice or a desperate fix? Rumors swirled for months that Sam Levinson's original scripts were unfilmable and that Zendaya actually blocked them. We're hearing the first version had Rue as a pregnancy surrogate? Thank God that got cut. Let's be real, Zendaya is the boss now. She's reportedly making $1 million an episode.
Zendaya is reportedly being paid $1 million per episode of Euphoria Season 3. They are currently in production. She's been filming a lot of her scenes right now.
Sources say the delay was largely a power struggle between her and Levinson. After The Idol flopped, Levinson lost his genius protection. The trailer feels disjointed because the vision was likely fought over scene by scene. While the main stars are cashing massive checks, the supporting cast was literally begging for work. Remember Nika King's viral stand-up? She played Rue's mom and admitted she hadn't paid rent in 6 months because of these delays. That wasn't comedy. That was a cry for help from a production in chaos. The most glaring issue with this trailer isn't even what's in it. It's who is completely erased from existence. First, we have the Barbie Ferreira situation. Kat Hernandez was a fan favorite, yet she's gone. And the official story of a mutual decision feels like total PR damage control after rumors of screaming matches and her walking off set in Season 2. But the truly heartbreaking void is Angus Cloud. Sources confirmed Fezco was originally supposed to be a massive part of Season 3, requiring total rewrites after his tragic passing. Watching this footage without him feels wrong, like the soul of the show has been ripped out, leaving behind a hollow, over-polished shell that doesn't know how to grieve its own losses properly. And then there is the Sydney Sweeney of it all. Notice how she is completely isolated in every single promotional clip we've seen so far? Insiders are whispering that the feud between her and Zendaya has turned ice cold, allegedly fueled by political differences.
She's a registered Republican? Oh, now I love her ad. You'd be surprised at how many people are Republicans.
And the fact that Sydney was the only main cast member to show up solo to the wrap party. While Zendaya is reportedly refusing to do joint press to avoid being associated with Sydney's controversies, Sydney is out here carrying the promo on her back. The visual language of the trailer confirms what the gossip blogs have been saying for months. The cast was siloed during filming, keeping the actresses apart to minimize on-set drama. Hunter Schafer is also signaling a massive shift away from the show's original dynamic. She has been incredibly vocal in recent interviews about rejecting tons of trans roles, because she refuses to be pigeonholed as the trans best friend anymore. She wants to just be a girl, and she wants to be a movie star. With her breakout roles in The Hunger Games and Cuckoo, she doesn't need Euphoria to survive anymore. The trailer hints at a Jules who is hardened, distant, and possibly barely in the season at all. Rumors suggest her screen time was slashed significantly to accommodate her filming schedule, meaning the rules relationship that defined the show might be dead on arrival. We absolutely have to talk about the man behind the camera because his reputation has tanked. Sam Levinson's name in the trailer credits appeared noticeably smaller, and that is not an accident. After the catastrophic failure of The Idol, where he was accused of turning a pop star drama into torture porn, HBO is reportedly keeping him on a very tight leash. The auteur genius narrative is dead. Critics are already pointing out that while he shot this season on expensive 65mm film to make it look like cinema, he might be using pretty visuals to hide the fact that he has lost the plot. The industry is watching to see if he can actually deliver a story, or if he's just obsessed with shock value. This trailer is triggering serious PTSD for anyone who followed the Season 2 production nightmare. We heard horror stories about 18-hour shoot days, background actors passing out from heat exhaustion, and cast members being denied bathroom breaks. Everyone hoped the long delay meant they fixed the working conditions, but the darkness of this new footage suggests they went right back to the grueling, chaotic method that broke them before. If the actors look exhausted in these clips, it's probably because they actually are. Nika King joking about not paying rent was funny, but it highlighted a dark truth. This production was a mess that held everyone's lives hostage for years, while the director couldn't finish a script. You can definitely see the budget on screen. It looks like a blockbuster movie, but are we okay with that? We are talking about a reported $200 million budget for a show that started as a gritty high school drama. Critics are already worried this season feels overproduced and soulless, trading emotional raw honesty for expensive lighting and film grain. Is it just expensive visuals masking a broken story? When you have that much money on the line, the studio interferes, the heart gets lost, and you end up with a glossy product that lacks the grit of season 1. It feels less like Euphoria and more like a vanity project for a director who thinks he is making the godfather of teen dramas. The plot leaks coming out of Reddit are honestly baffling. People are claiming Levinson originally pitched a storyline where Rue becomes a private detective, or even a pregnancy surrogate, ideas that Zendaya reportedly had to shut down personally. Now, the rumors point to a noir film vibe involving a turf war between drug dealers and strippers. It sounds less like Euphoria and more like a bad Grand Theft Auto mission. Fans are begging for closure on the relationships and the addiction storylines, but the trailer suggests we're getting a stylized action thriller instead. If these leaks are true, they completely abandoned the authentic teenage experience to play dress-up in a crime drama that nobody asked for. The internet reaction is deeply divided and honestly, mostly exhausted. While some diehards are screaming, "We will be watching," the overwhelming sentiment is, "Let it die." The top comment on the trailer isn't hype, it's, "This season should have been an email." That speaks volumes. We waited 4 years for this, and the excitement has curdled into skepticism. People are tired of the delays, the drama, and the aging cast playing characters that feel stuck in time. The magic of the first season was the lightning-in-a-bottle moment of 2019, and trying to recreate that in 2026 feels like forcing a trend that is already past. The fatigue is real.
I haven't booked nothing since Euphoria. This is some bullshit. I thought my career was on the rise.
And we can't gloss over the Storm Reid exit. She officially announced she is not returning as Gia, Rue's younger sister. When the main character's sister, the emotional anchor of the entire family dynamic, quits the show, you know the script is fundamentally broken. Gia was the only person grounding Rue in reality. Did Storm leave because there was literally no story written for her? Or did she see the writing on the wall and bail before the ship went down? Her absence creates a massive plot hole that the show is likely going to explain away with a lazy line of dialogue, which is just disrespectful to the character. The biggest unspoken question hanging over this trailer is this the end? HBO hasn't officially confirmed it, but the actors are acting like they are attending a funeral. Jacob Elordi is doing everything but sprinting to the exit door in his interviews. Zendaya has Spider-Man 4 and Dune 3 lined up and barely has time to breathe, let alone film another season of this chaos. Nobody seems to have the time or the patience for a season 4. This trailer feels like a very expensive goodbye letter, a final obligation they all had to fulfill before they could legally escape Sam Levinson's grip and move on with their careers. And what about Dominic Fike? After he almost blew up his spot with controversial comments about Amber Heard and his messy, public breakup with Hunter Schafer, his screen time in the trailer is virtually non-existent. Fans are celebrating because his character Elliot was universally hated for that 10-minute song in the finale, but his erasure just adds to the list of problems the show had to edit around. It seems like the writers just decided to pretend he never happened rather than deal with the awkwardness of having him and Hunter on the same set. It's just another example of behind-the-scenes drama dictating the on-screen story. When you stack it all up, the multi-year delays, the cast feuds, the budget blowing up to $200 million, the major character exits, Season 3 looks less like a functional TV show and more like a crime scene. The trailer is undeniably beautiful, sure, but it feels hollow. It feels like they are throwing money at the screen to distract us from the fact that the heart of the show is gone. Are we watching a masterpiece or are we watching a car crash in slow motion? It's flashy, it's expensive, and it's probably going to be a disaster narrative-wise. The Euphoria we knew died with Season 2, and this is just the zombie version walking around. Here is my final prediction. This season will absolutely break viewership records, but not because it's good. It will break records for all the wrong reasons. We aren't tuning in for the plot anymore. We're tuning in to see who survives the production. It's reality TV masquerading as prestige drama. We want to see if Zendaya and Sydney make eye contact. We want to see if Jacob looks miserable. HBO knows we're addicted to the mess, and they are banking on the hate watch factor to drive subscription numbers. They know we can't look away from a train wreck, especially one that costs this much money to produce. So, did the trailer actually hype you up? Or did it just stress you out? Do you think Zendaya and Sydney are actually beefing? Or is it just clever editing to get us talking? And honestly, do you think the show can survive without Fezco and Gia? Let me know in the comments if you think Season 3 is the end of the road or if there's hope for a Season 4. Don't forget to like and subscribe because trust me, the drama is just getting